Hi everyone and welcome to today's craft video. This wasn't what I had planned originally, but I found some paint in Poundland. I couldn't help myself and I really wanted to try it out. So yeah, we'll get into today's video and how I upcycled or glammed up these Christmas lights. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing that I've got was this paint. This is the metallic acrylic paint and it's in peacock green, which is the colour that's in my living room. I've never seen this before in Poundland and I'm super excited to give it a go. So that's why I decided to do this craft today. I also picked it up in rose gold and normal gold as well. So I'm really excited to see how it actually turns out. I'm also using a pack of the popsicle sticks. Again, these are from Poundland. And I'm using some of the white sparkly wool, again from Poundland. And also some of the Christmas string lights. This is 8 in a pack in the snowflakes shaped. And these are from Poundland also. They are battery powered and they take 2 AA batteries. You'll also need a glue gun, a pair of tweezers, a pair of scissors as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make some triangles with the popsicle sticks, and I'm just going to take 3 of the sticks and glue them together in a triangle by just adding a little bit of hot glue to the ends. And there are 8 snowflake lights in the pack. So we're going to make 8 stars. So we're going to need 16 triangles to start off with. So I'm just using a small amount of hot glue, gluing the 2 ends to the bottom stick, and then I'm just going to glue the top 2 together as well. And then I'm going to do 16 of these and I'll be back once I've done that. So I've got all 16 triangles now and we're going to start gluing them into stars. And I'm just going to take 2 of the triangles and pop one the right way up and then one upside down and just glue them together. And I'm going to do that with all the rest of the triangles to make the 8 stars that we need. And I'll be back once that's done. So they're all stuck together, they're all dry, and we can start to paint now. So I'm really interested to see how this paint will work. I did notice when I poured it out onto a piece of plastic that it was actually quite watery. I did give it a good shake, but I've got a feeling, and I know anyway because obviously I've done the video already, that it's not as thick as I thought it was going to be. So I'm just using a normal paintbrush and it is actually quite thin. In the end, I think I did 5 coats to get them to the colour that I want them. I wouldn't have necessarily done that if I had known that it was going to take 5 coats because it took quite a long time. But I'm glad I've tried it and I will use it again, but just probably not for something like this. So I'm going to paint all 8 stars and I will be back once they're all completely dry. I did end up leaving them overnight and pick them back up the next day. So it's the next day, I've done 5 coats and I'm still going to use the white wool, but I also remembered that I had some of the brown string left. I've only got a little bit. So I'm going to do 4 of the stars in the brown string and I'm going to do 4 in the white wool as well. And I want to give it the effect of them being tied together instead of glued. So all I'm going to do is start off in the centers and I'm just going to stick the string to the back of the star. And then I'm just going to wrap it around 4 times. And then just trim the string and glue it to the back. If it hadn't taken so long to do the 5 coats, I would have painted the back of the stars as well. You're not going to see them anyway because they don't really turn round, but I just didn't fancy spending another 24 hours painting and getting the back to be the same as the front. So I'm just going to do round the centre exactly the same with 4 times round with the string. And now I'm going to do the edges of the stars. So again, I'm just going to take the string and use a little bit of hot glue. And with these at the edges, I'm only going to do them twice. So once, and then 2, and then instead of cutting it, I'm just going to go over to the other stick and go around twice. And then I'm going to do that with all the edges of the star exactly the same. And again, just trim the back and then pop in place with a bit of glue. Like so. So I've done the 4-wish string and I've let them dry, and now I'm going to do exactly the same with the other 4, but I'm going to do it in the white wool. So in the centers I'm going to do 4 times round, and around the edges of the star I'm going to do 2 on each side. So I'll be back once that's done. So all 8 stars are now done, and we can start adding them to the lights. Now I've only charged the batteries that are in these for about 45 minutes, so they're not that bright, but I wanted to double check that they were working before I stuck the stars to them. And the snowflake lights have quite a large long section of plastic at the top, and that's where I'm going to attach the stars. So I'm going to start with one of the brown ones first. And I'm just going to add a decent amount of hot glue to the back of the star. And then I'm just going to glue it to the plastic strip that's at the top of the snowflake. And position the snowflake into the center of the star. Like so. And then I'm going to alternate between the brown stars and the white stars and just work my way through the rest of the snowflake lights. Again, doing exactly the same thing, just making sure that the lights are not tangled and they're facing the way that I want them to. And then just popping some glue on the back and then sticking it to the top of the snowflake. And so I've done a brown one, and now I've done a white one, and I'm going to do another brown one. So I'm going to do that off camera and I will show you what they look like when they're finished. So they're all done, they're all stuck in place, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. I actually really like the colour of the paint, and it was worth doing the 5 coats. I'd probably use some other different paint if I was going to do this again, but I'm glad that I gave it a go and got to see what it was like. But yeah, I'm super happy with how they've turned out and how they're looking, and I'm going to put these up somewhere in my living room. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like with the lights off. And here they are with the lights off. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with how they turned out. Obviously, it just shows up the outline of the star once the lights are out, but in the daytime when the lights are not on, you get to see the colours that you've painted them and with the wool and the string. So yeah, I'm super happy with how it's turned out. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. I will be back on Wednesday with another Christmas video, which is what I was planning to make today, but I'm going to do it on Wednesday. And yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you on Wednesday. Take care for now, guys. Bye.